Today I'm going to be playing EU4 as the nation of Yarkand, a seemingly large nation located in Central Asia that starts off as a vassal of Mogulistan. Many of you watching this video I'm sure will have heard of Yarkand. You see them in pretty much every single game where you can see Asia, although I doubt many of you will have played as them because, well, why would you play as them? There are far more interesting nations around it. Something else I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with is the fact that Yarkand, along with Mogulistan and Venice, are the three most annoying nations to fight in the entirety of EU4. For Yarkand, it mainly comes down to their location. They're so far off, and their overlord Mogulistan allies guys in Europe, so you gotta come and siege them down. The mountains, the forts, the attrition that you take. Whenever I see someone ally these guys, I'm like, I'm not fighting them. So for today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna become the definitive most annoying nation to fight in the history of all of EU4. Let's jump in. Alright, here we are as Yarkand, ladies and gentlemen, like I just said in the intro, man, along with their overlord Chagatai right here and Venice, the three most annoying countries to fight in all of EU4. I mean, look at this. Look at the mountains, the drylands, the desert. Attrition is insane. They start off with a level 3 capital fort in the mountains right here. You know, Chagatai allies guys over in, you know, the European hordes. So if you're playing like Muscovy, you fight someone like Kazan, oh, you gotta go and siege down Chagatai, that's what it is. But yeah, how do we become the most annoying nation to fight, man? I think I'm gonna do a little, you know, Central Asian Switzerland type of vibe right here. We break free from Mogulistan, conquer, I mean, some of these areas right here, right, on the Tibetan Plateau and the, what was it called, the Taklamakan Desert, and, you know, fortify all around, get defensive, build forts, build ramparts, take, you know, decisions and privileges, all that make us the most defensive nation in the world. And then I'm gonna find the 5 biggest guys I can see on the map, no CB them, see if they can invade me, or see if I can beat them, maybe without even leaving my borders, just holding off on the forts like that. So yeah, let's become the most annoying nation to fight. But yeah, aside from that, man, as Yarkand, we start off as an ICTA, Tier 1 government reform, which is actually really good. We're going to take lenient taxation here for the Diplorep to get supporters to break free from Chagatai. Khalifa religious unity, starting ruler 423, actually not that bad. Let's see, Chagatai rivals Oirat and Uzbek. We could get those guys to support us. Hopefully they won't ally too many of these guys. I think they'll go for like Kazan, Nogai, Great Horde, someone like that. Hopefully not someone like Ming. Yarkandi ideas, -1 national rest, plus 10% trade efficiency, finishing off with plus 10% domestic trade power, and then caravan power. So many trade-related stuff, really. I mean, they are on the Silk Road when you think about it, the northern route. Tax, Diplo rep, tolerance of the true faith and legitimacy, morale of armies, manpower, and provincial trade power. Actually, really good trade-focused national ideas. And we got the, yeah, we got the Horde mission tree is what we got. This won't really help us with what we're trying to do. What will help us is actually expand the fortifications right here. I don't think I'm gonna give it out right away, but every province that has a fort gets these bonuses right here that I'm pointing at right now, and then every province that gets a rampart also gets these bonuses right here, so we can stack super defense, man. Yeah, that's gonna be very useful for later. We can't forget about it. But for now, man, wait, Demi. Yeah, guaranteed Demi autonomy. I will grant that as well. Super. But yeah, man, it's time to get supporters right here, just reconsolidating the army a little bit. We're gonna fish for a Diplorep guy as well. Will someone insta-support us? I wonder. Yes, Uzbek will. Oh, and Oirat is so close. This is gonna be easy, bro. Let's actually just scornful insult here. Yeah, look at that, man. We can already do a mission. It's probably the one that gives us free horses. I'll actually save it. Can't forget to be threatened by Chagatai. Oh, there it is. Looks so easy, man. I didn't anticipate breaking free would be this easy, but yeah, who have they allied? Kazan. Okay, slightly annoying, but dude, we got Uzbek, Oirat, and Mongolia helping out, and if we're going for strict borders right here, let's lock them down right now. So we'll do Kashgaria, Central Altishar, Shanshan right here, Nagari, Tsang, Yu, Amdo, I guess. Do we go for West Gansu and Kham as well? I kind of want to be a cute little circular nation right here. Okay, we're going for these definitively. I'll see if I go for Kham and West Gansu. I think we would be more defensive without them because Tsang right here, but we'll see. See, this would be a lovely event to get while we're doing those things, right? Yeah, let's start off already with it. Why not? I mean, that's it, man. right? Yeah, it's as simple as that. And really, we only want this one province from Chagatai in this war. So yeah, we can give stuff to Uzbek and Oirat and keep the alliance with them. Excellent. I just hope Ming won't fight Oirat. But yeah, let's line up right here. I'm gonna give the ruler mill command. He's just fast. He doesn't know how to do anything else. Yeah, I mean, let's declare. There's the Independence War. Alrighty, got the ruler in charge. Something else I didn't didn't mention about Yarkand is that we do start off with a gold mine in Kuka right here, one of the only gold mines over in Asia, and we have the, you know, very well-known Glacier gold mine in Guge, which we can actually get into quite quick with them. Oh, yeah, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. We declare on Guge, but also take stuff from Kam, and then become a tributary of Ming once we start bordering Kam, so that we can then potentially fight other tributaries like Saggy Yogurt and Karadel if we need to. Do we wait for events here? I got a cheaper guy. Yeah, there'll be more religious disunity when I take that province, so I'll stab up twice. Let's just check. Something I didn't check is we don't have feudalism. Oh my god, we don't have feudalism. I think it is gonna spread relatively quickly, but yeah, we don't have feudalism. Maybe I can buy it from someone. Hold up. Yeah, but no? Oh, I got no diplomat. I mean, that's it, man. Really. Independence, a couple of provinces to Oirat and Uzbek, so they like me. I get this province, war reps, money. Okay, no money. That's it. Independence war is done. We've kept Uzbek and Oirat. We could potentially use their help versus some of these guys right here, but spy network on Guge has been built up. Timurids, even if they start bordering them, I doubt they'll fight them, so let's just, yeah, core this up, then fight Guge, but really Kam is the main target. I think we start divvying up the gold mine as well, instantly right here. Sure, it might make sense for us to wait for Renaissance, but how cheap is it? It's not cheaper than our capital. Yeah, I'll just start bumping it up. Wait, how have I still lost trust? I thought they were satisfied with what we gave them. Now, I'm already gonna start a little bit of that fortification business early right here so we can hold off Guge down south while we deal with Kam over here. The Timurids have warned me, but luckily that warning doesn't matter because I don't need to fight anyone here, so of course. Alright, there is Kuka, up to 10 development. That's very nice. How is the spread of feudalism going? Wait, I'm not knowledge sharing anymore? Delhi got annexed. I was asking it from them. Delhi got annexed, meaning original Delhi got annexed. This is the one formed by Sirhind. Okay, people will still share. Let's ask from Jaunpur. Okay, there's an alliance with Bengal as well. I was looking for someone down south too. You know, now, going about conquering West Gansu over here, there are 3 provinces owned by Ming. The only thing I'm worried about here is that I'm actually hoping for a strong Ming this campaign because if we go to war with them, right, we'll siege them and stuff like that, blah, 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 we'll weaken them to take these 3 provinces. However, that might trigger their collapse. Right? And I don't want to trigger their collapse because I want Ming to actually be one of the most powerful guys that we try to fight later on and see if we can beat them. And we will have a very large border with Ming too. So, I don't know. Do we go for West Gansu or do we just do it like this? Because I don't want to trigger the collapse of Ming. In that case, we don't fight Karadel either, actually. Yeah. If Ming does collapse, so if they're not powerful anyway, I will try and conquer this. If Ming doesn't collapse and they're strong, I won't fight them. Yeah, that's how we'll go about it. Oh, got feudalism, tier 2 gov reform time. Grant noble castle rights. It's just for maintenance. It doesn't really help us with defensiveness, but yeah, let's go for it. All right, but now that I got Miltech 4, yep, we're chilling. It's time to go ahead and declare on Guge right here, folks. Like I said, main goal is to take, like, Kam borders and stuff like that. I'll call in Bengal. Why not? They'll piece out Limbuwan and U for us easily. Yeah, not a lot to be said. Getting radical reforms during this war, which is excellent. I did need those points. There we go. Let's get those guys back because they're actually pretty good. Actually, no, let's go with this guy. Okay, Kam, we can peace out. They are not full annexable, so what I'm gonna do is this. Like, take their border provinces and we'll finish them off over here later because we don't want that much aggressive expansion, do we? So, there we go. No money, no war ups. Okay, there we go. Everyone is out. That's a full annex on Guge, and with that, we've actually acquired our 2nd gold mine. At least money's not gonna be a problem this campaign. Okay, let's score everything up right here, and yeah, Tsang should be next. Let's see. Not a full annex on them either. We'll leave them alive in the 2 provinces originally owned by you. Now let's see, will Ming accept? Yes, okay, we will become their tributary. Perfect. That does mean we can fight Saggy Yogurt, who have allied both Oirat and Mogolistan. Look at these guys. Well, I guess I can always use favors with where we're at, even though I don't have that many right now. Now, I wonder, man, since developing the Renaissance, by the way, we already got feudalism, obviously, Tech 4, since developing the Renaissance is going to be so expensive, and now feudalism is still spreading there, I was wondering if we can get knowledge sharing from someone, but nah, we gotta dev it. Yeah, we just gotta eat it, man. There's demand allegiance again. Now we only get 2? So that's actually better. That's actually better. At least I won't waste them. There we go. Okay, 2 cav guys and another mission, which is the center of Asia. General with 40 tradition. Permaclaim on the Central Asia region, which is that over there. Once again, something we're not interested in. Can we form someone, by the way? No, it's just Yuan in the Mongol Empire. I thought we could have a middle one. Well, actually, Yuan is the middle one, but I thought we could have a tier 2 one. All right, we've started maxing out. Yeah, I gotta dev it, man. I gotta dev it. There's encouraged development in Kashgar right there. We do have the fewest Diplo points, so yeah, let's take that. So I guess I won't be using those, but let's expand infrastructure. It's spreading. Yeah, we'll pour in like mill. Yeah, I'll put in a little more Diplo here actually, but mainly it's gonna be the other ones. Let's see, can we do it right up from the start? Yes, we can. And there's the Renaissance. That will, you know, get me a little bit behind, but I don't think it should be a big deal. I can also knowledge share. Yeah. Oh, we can instant embrace it. I wonder, are Malones bigger? Yes, they are. Okay, nice. Let's do that. And there's Renaissance. Cool. Let's actually grant that to the emirs. Expand the fortifications. We should state this up, activate encourage dev, and start deving up the Glacier gold mine as well. This is gonna be painful and so expensive. We're using so much points, dude, on other things. It's insane. What's the air looking like? Yeah, they're both pretty average. I guess we won't get help there. But yeah, I've already started focusing on Millman, since we are going to be opening up with a Mill one, but I'm still not even up to Miltech 5. I think we hit Miltech 5 and then I declare on saying, yep, I don't know what help buildings will do to us here. I mean, we do got like 3 centers of trade, which is interesting enough. Our home node is Samarkand. We're already transferring from there. Yumen, where the hell is Yumen in Lahore? Okay. I mean, I guess, right? All right, well, got Tech 5. Yeah, let's declare on saying we don't even need to full annex them. Let's just declare for that right there. Ladakh, no. Bengal, actually, they probably desire land, so no. Yeah, let's go. Okay, actually, no. Let's, this video is probably gonna be shorter anyway. Let me show off this war entirely. I know it's, for me, it's boring to show you this. I showed it on the last video as well, but, let's see how this war goes. Let's see how fun it is. Probably gonna be very annoying to siege down this this level 3 fort in Lhasa, but yeah, that's the 2 siege guy right there. That's the 2 siege guy right there. It's also so slow walking through these my guy died. It's also so slow walking through these mountains and stuff like that, man. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. These guys here are good. Let's do this. I wonder how much war score this is. By the way, I don't normally talk while doing this. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, that's what we're going for. Some silent Red Hawk game. Yeah. Actually, no. These guys might link together, huh? Frick it, I think I'll stack. Let's get this. Not yet. Ah, I knew it. God damn it. Okay, it's actually cool that we caught this live. Yeah, I thought this would happen. I should have ditched my alliance with where we're at, man. Obviously, I'm not gonna fight Ming. Yeah. Okay, lost some Diplo rep and stuff right there, but that's okay. Cool. And that's all we need from Tsang, right? Yes, we don't need anything from Lada. Nice. Come to think of it, maybe I should have shown you the Independence War, but that was even more boring than this one. Oh yeah, of course, of course. Alright, that's the last time I'm doing that. Alright, but moving on from this, obviously we still need to take down Com. We still got a little bit of a truce with them. They're allied to Caradel. We still haven't decided if we fight Caradel. I guess not. Let's not take that when we fight Com. And then it's just, oh, Saggy Yogurt. Yeah, they're no longer allied to Oirat. And Chagatai is super weak, so we can do this. Yeah, okay, 2 more wars, and then the build-up starts. However, the thing about that is the stuff we want, which is actually ramparts, is admin 6, okay, and the forts are good. I guess we'll be doing it with only level 2 forts, right? Obviously, we're going to be taking defensive. Let me actually check right now. What's a policy that gives even more defense? Okay, espionage plus 15%. That can't be it, can it? Innovative. Fort defense and fort maintenance. Garrison size is good with influence, and garrison size and attrition for enemies with infrastructure. Yeah, honestly, I really don't want to take espionage as the thing. I wanted to take something that's gonna benefit us, but I guess we'll see. I guess it's between espionage and infrastructure, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's got fort maintenance too, which is nice. Yeah, we'll see. We got time. Ming did secure Oirat as a tributary, which is actually good. Once again, for me wanting them to be powerful. This glacier is hell, man. It's hell. It's just... I didn't bump that up to 11. Did I? I don't think I did. It's hell diving it, but luckily we're not using Diplo points on anything else. Decent income, if I'm being honest. This is a fun little challenge, man. You know, I think I've done 1 or 2 of these. I don't know who we did it with. I think we already did one of these. Maybe it was over in Europe. Do we got salt-producing provinces, actually? Those provide defense. Yeah, that's a good fort right there. That's a good fort right there. Yeah, salt gives you a plus 15% local defensiveness. Okay, I'm mill 6, which means that I'm ahead of time. Let's pick up admin 5 and let's take defensive ideas. Obviously, the most important thing in defensive for us is plus 33% garrison size and plus 25% fort defense, and the attrition for enemies and max hostile attrition, because remember, when we get all defensive, right, and let's say we fight someone from this side, and they come here and start sieging our level 3 mountain fort, which is already at plus 41% defense, then we activate the defensive edict. We get a defense guy. We build ramparts, so it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be at like 100% fort defense, and with the attrition in the mountains and stuff like that, I'm just gonna melt all of these guys as manpower, right? So yeah, this, and this is the most important thing. Obviously, the wars I declare later, they're gonna be without allies. Okay, trading favors for trust with Oirat right here in hopes of re-allying them, but I doubt it'll work. Bengal is calling me in to... What? Oh, that's not a big deal at all. Okay, even though this is going on, I actually remembered I don't care, so let's go ahead and declare on Com right here. Not doing anything with Caradel, full annexing Com. Actually, no, Oirat is one of the most powerful countries here. Why would we ally them when we could fight them as well? Who do you think is going to be harder? I mean, obviously, Ming at full strength is going to be harder. Why am I even saying that? Okay, the suffering has ended because the gold mine in Saparang is up to 10 development as well. Watch it deplete now. If it depletes, I'm not doing it again, bro. Right, Caradel is out, took money on war reps. Com is done as well. Perfect. Like, we only need 1 more war to, you know, build up our little fortifications here in the Tibetan Plateau and, you know, in the, what was it called? The Taklamakan Desert, right? I always confuse it with the other one that's over here, which I guess is the Gobi Desert. Yeah, this is Taklamakan, right. But there's another mission as well in the meantime, man. Strengthen the Bashkoks. I love strengthening them, man. Wait, it gives us minus 10% gov cap? Bashkok's autonomy estate privilege. Ah, the estate privilege does that. Manpower recovery speed. Yeah, okay, we just unlock it. Really, the admin points, that was what matters here. But yeah, we're done with that. Saggy Yogurt allied to Chagatai. We can drag an Uzbek into this. No, I'll save it, just so it's something to do later. I won't declare it now. But we also need to think about where we fortify, right? It needs to be strategic because, you know, like there's no point in putting a fort here because, well, what am I defending from, right? So if this is our border right here, all right, this is the mountains too. So we put down 2 forts right there. Actually, it would be very nice for us to conquer Ladakh because it's like the one that's in between this one and this one. But you guys know I'm a sucker for areas and regions and stuff like that. So if we put down 1 there and 1 there, then it needs to be this, and this. Then over here it needs to be this, and this. Not this. And then this, not this, and that. Yeah, we're gonna need like 15 forts. Yeah, fortify the borders and stuff like that. I don't think I'm gonna do a second line of defense. Yeah, unless there's like some modifiers on like Lhasa or something. Expand the fortifications. No, I don't think there is. Any other forts? Question mark? All right, one other capital, but yeah, it's got nothing to do with fort defense, so we don't care. Something else that might not be so good in this campaign is that Ming's disasters are worse in the Age of Reformation. I think we are gonna hit the Age of Reformation. What the hell is this? So yeah, let's hope Ming doesn't blow up. They are looking pretty strong right now. Either way, tier 3 gov reform time, no fort defense stuff right here. Ideally, we'd want to make it to tier 5. For defensive stance as well, which is absolutely crazy for what we're trying to do. So let's just go with this. Also, I don't think I start building up the fortifications from now because we don't want to be losing money on that, right? So we do those, build everything up, and then we go for it, right? We don't do it, you know, step by step. We don't do it slowly. Finally took Diplotech 5. How behind am I? Malwa seems to be pretty caught up on tech. Yeah, 777 seems to be the top one right now, at least in Europe. Making a pretty good amount of money, man, and it's stacking high, too, because we're not really doing anything, so... yo, let's pay off the final loans. We can take bigger ones later. Dude, wait a minute. What about... If we're stacking modifiers, I know it really wouldn't be a Yarkand game, but if we culture flip to Tibetan, which we could easily, man. It's I just promoted it, that's why I noticed. Does Tibet have fort defense modifiers? Let's see. You know, they're in the mountains, so they really should. They don't. Right? Yeah, they don't. What about their ideas? Well, right, that's their ideas. What am I talking about? Yeah, Tibet doesn't have them. How would Tibet not have them? You know, the high up in the mountains, the Himalayas, the cool flag, though. Dude, I've been making bank with knowledge sharing, man. I've literally never stopped knowledge sharing, and there it is. Ming comes asking for the Renaissance. It's gonna be mint. All right, well, let's go in on Saggy Yogurt, man. Just for... These guys won't even help them. Okay, perfect. I was gonna say, we'll peace out Chagata or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't. Yes, I'm about to walk in here without a general. Oh my god, I thought this was their army. It's Caradel. Well, that's one way of avoiding, battle. Well, that's done. That's our final war, in preparation for us holding this. Unless, of course, Ming blows up, in which case we'll go for this and, this Caradel province as well, but we don't want to influence that, right? So there we go. I can't believe this took us to GovCap, really. I did state everything, but, okay. Now it's time to stack money sky high and, get to Admin 6, which also unlocks the ramparts, build up the forts, build up the ramparts. I do want to get to tier 5 right here, which is gonna be, quite a bit away, probably like 1530 or something like that, but that's okay, that's okay. In the meantime, who's our rivals, man? Yeah, our rivals are kind of strong. I was thinking we like show strength and stuff like that, but it's not worth it, man. These wars are just gonna be too big for us to show strength. What about marches? I don't know, like getting another layer around us, but even then, yeah, they'll just actually tank war score. But yeah, man, the Tibetan Plateau, a pretty bad region to play in. I wouldn't say one of the hardest ones in EU4, at least not for me, since, but in EU5, man, where terrain, and vegetation and topography and the weather and things like this have so much more influence in the game, it's hard to build like large population centers here and stuff like that. I think this is probably, I haven't played here, by the way, not yet, probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest regions in EU5. Maybe not necessarily to play, but to prosper in. Yeah. Well, I just got local defensiveness plus 25% somewhere. How do I see that? It's not there, is it? Wasn't there like an event log or something? There it is. The event execute officially incomplete. No, that's not me. And none of these are me. What the hell? I must have gotten it in Lhasa because it's 62% right here, and we got plus 25% from local fortifications, right? Where would that one be? Yeah, that's what I got. Only 10 years, but still, this isn't one of the frontline ones, so it doesn't matter. There's Admin 6, which means we have unlocked the ramparts as well, and there's probably the most important one from defensive, so now we're banging with fort defense, man. Yes, ramparts can be built. Obviously, they're super expensive, so I've already started. I know I said we weren't going to do a gradual build-up, but I have already started on that. Let's actually get rid of this one right here since it's not needed. So yeah, I'm just putting one, you know, putting a couple of forts down over here first, and then, you know, we'll do the rest too. You know, if we do end up fighting Ming, if they do end up blowing up, we could use the Bank of Ming to help fund the fortification process as well. Although I am hoping that they are going to be our big boss. Now, looking at, you know, the terrain map mode, our weak links are going to be these provinces up here, because desert doesn't give fortification bonuses. Obviously, mountain gives plus 25%, highlands 10%, but desert doesn't do anything. In fact, the only thing it does is make it more expensive to develop. Oh my god, it's actually higher than mountains, isn't it? Yeah, I've never noticed that, because we don't play in deserts that much, but yeah. Something else I'm also seeing now is that actually our force limit kind of sucks. Now, if Ming stacks, let's say, 76k on this fort, sure, they're gonna take attrition, but eventually they're gonna get through it. My army also needs to be big enough to where once people land on the fort, I wait for them a little bit to tank a little bit of attrition, then I go in and beat their ass. We can't beat 76k with 28k. What? They feel we're becoming a threat to them, but why, Ming? Bro, we were been chilling, what the hell? Only with me? Yeah, only with me, what the hell? Oh, with Oirat too. Or Oirat broke free by itself. Ayutthaya obviously always leaves at the start. Coradel too. Oh, but they've become a subject of Oirat. I mean, they've passed 3 reforms. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't think they'd want to declare on us. We're still allied to Uzbek and Bengal. Oh, wait, look at this. So this is actually the event that I got. It's until the end of the game, but I thought local fortifications. Yeah, look, this is not until the end of the game. Huh. Okay, but that's an Anding. Where is Anding? Right there. That's actually great because it's a desert. That's actually great. Yeah, so this one is until the end of the game, but this one isn't. I guess it was a different event, man. Second idea group time, this is where we decide, man. So infrastructure, yeah, it is gonna make our forts cheaper. And then the policy is attrition for enemies and garrison size. Quite strong, you know, reasons to take it. With espionage, we won't be using any of this really, but the policy is fort defense. And then influence, we obviously also won't be using it since we don't got subjects and it's just garrison. Oh no, it's garrison army damage. I thought it was something else. I'm gonna go infrastructure. It makes the most sense. Make a little bit more money by building up some of the high value trade goods right here. Okay, we got the tier 4. We are Sunni. We are not converting, so no need to strengthen the ulama. We can expand temple rights. We do got churches. That's a wrap on defensive. So garrison size and max hostile attrition. Yeah, we're freaking banging, dude. I love it. Oh, Ming is actually going in on a conquest against Oirat. Yep, you play next to them and they decide to expand. When does Ming ever expand? Probably 1 in 100 games. You know, this is kind of like a tall Yarkand playthrough. I don't think in the history of EU4 anyone's ever said those words. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do a tall Yarkand playthrough. Now, I'm in a dilemma right here. Do we start deving colonialism, man? Realistically, we should, right? We're never gonna get that shit. But the thing is, I'm low on admin for sure. So, what's the cheapest province to dev? They're all expensive as shit. It's Yarkand. Wait, we got a province named Yarkand and it's not our capital? Well, isn't that lovely? It's a level 2 center of trade too. I did bump it up. Yeah, frick it. I'm gonna dev colonialism. It's gonna be slow, but see, this is the thing, right? Look, it's still happening, dude. It's still happening. This is one of the reasons these guys, and of course Yarkand by extension as well, are the most annoying to fight. Muscovy's fighting, well, I don't know who they're fighting. I guess they've declared on Kazan. Kazan is over here. Muscovy is over here. You know how far away this is? And Muscovy can't even see a lot of this stuff, so I don't know. Who's your top pick on more annoying, man? The combo of Chagatai and Yarkand or Venice? Venice, obviously, because you can never land on Venice itself. Well, yes, I am the most optimal streamer. How did you know? Yeah, but fortifications are taking place nicely, man. I've finished up the border with Ming here, I guess. We still need one more right here. Yeah, some more down here. Yeah, like 5 more forts and we'll be done. We're still making pretty good money, actually, even though I'm running a level 2 admin advisor here because we're pretty low, but yeah, let's continue building, man. Over here, we don't need them. Need one there, though. Who would be nice to face off against? Timurids? They're really not that powerful. They got allies, but they're not that powerful. Bengal, we actually don't border. Ming, obviously. Transoxiana, are they more powerful than, They are more powerful than the Timurids, at least with these allies, with Delhi. Yeah, maybe we do, like, Timurids for, like, level 1, if we can do it. We move on to Transoxiana for level 2, because like this, it's what? right now like 70k. Timurids right now it's like 50k, and then level 3 can be Ming. Yeah, as long as they're powerful. As long as they're powerful. Yeah, obviously no calling in allies. But yeah, still quite a lot to do here, boys, because we do need to build up, let's see, I'm doing one right now over here, right, in Rutang. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 more forts, including the one we're building, and then it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 4, 19 ramparts. So yeah, 4 more forts and 19 ramparts. By that point, of course, we'll obviously finish infrastructure as well. Take the policy 2 for garrison size. Get the fort defense guy. I think that's pretty much all that's to be done. And, oh yeah, and get to level 5. Yeah. So once we do all of these things, build up the forts, build up the ramparts, you know, get the fort defense guy, get this, finish off infrastructure, I think we can get started because, you know, what else is there to do? Like, take more idea groups. Sure, quantity would be dope for, what you call it, is there a policy? No, there isn't. Yeah, quantity would be nice for us, stuff like that. And then it would be waiting for more fort levels, which admin tech 14, come on, bro. Like, all 3 of these are like so close, but then 2 and 4 are so far apart, which is good, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to siege level 4 forts in the HRE. Noticing a lot of people are using my country as a hideout spot. Avoid being beat up in wars. Okay, a little tester, because Bengal called me into a war right here. Obviously, fort isn't at full garrison here even, because, you know, I literally just called in. But how much attrition are they taking? 6%. That is actually quite a lot. Not very defensive, are we? It's only because they caught it at low garrison. It's okay. See, these guys keep changing their mind. Yeah, there's no downside to being a Ming tributary temporarily. These guys are schizo, bro. What the hell? And now they rivaled me. Yeah, only 1 more fort to be built. 1 more fort right here in Separang. There we go, finally devved up colonialism. Now we just gotta wait for it to spread. You know, I'm actually gonna take burger loans to get it. Yeah. And there we go. We can start the construction of the final fort. So yeah, we got, yeah, 19, well, we got 18 forts right now, but 19, once we finish everything, 19 ramparts. We're pretty close to this right here as well. Yeah, we're chilling, man. Ooh, Uzbek's calling me into this. Oh, well, this could be a nice tester, even though Oirat, well, actually, Oirat is fairly powerful, man, but obviously Uzbek's involved in this as well. Yeah, let's accept. Let's see. I'll basically be chilling and doing nothing and waiting to see how much attrition they take, you know, and stuff like that, so, you know, we know what to expect later. Another one right here. Excellent. Hey, there's tier 5. By the way, no one's sieging me, so that's why I haven't shown anything. There's defensive stance. More fort defense, garrison size, max hostile attrition. Yeah, looking pretty good, man. Where was the salt producing province? Once again, this one right here, right? Yeah, it's still not the highest because it's only desert, but salt does help. A mission? Okay. Alright, there's the Age of Reformation. Now, I think at this point, man... Ah, frick, Ming has low mandate. Yeah, what I was gonna say, now is the make or break for Ming because their disasters in the Age of Reformation are worse. So, let's hope they can recover after having just passed a reform. Goldman and Kuka depleted. Luckily, I'm freaking stacked on Diplo. There's another one we were waiting for. Minus 25% fort maintenance. That'll help. Oh, finally someone has started sieging me. Okay, so in this province, we have 76.6% fort defense, which is still not the max. Max would be, I guess, 86 once we, you know, get the fort defense guy. And also, we don't really have power projection, but that's because we haven't really been doing anything. Yeah, their attrition is, yeah. Still, they're not oversupply, but, and that's the war done. Right? I didn't do anything, and barely anyone sieged me. We did get quite a lot of war exhaustion from it, though. So, yeah. Okay, maybe another tester. Maybe these guys will come try and siege. Alright, dude, we can finally wrap up infrastructure, which means I can finally start focusing on reducing inflation, man, because that's all I've been using the points for. Garrison size, plus 25%, and plus 1 attrition for enemies. What's the difference between, attrition for enemies? It's plus 2. What about max hostile attrition? Yeah, well, what's the difference between those two? I've never really thought about it. Things with Ming, kinda shaky right now, not even gonna lie, man. They've lost all of their manpower, their troop count is down, they've lost a bunch of tributaries, they've even gotten an ally. Yeah, not something I wanted to see happen, man. They don't got a disaster right now, but let's hope they can recover. They're pretty close to 50 mandate. If they start blowing up, it's gonna suck, but... Do I even take West Gansu then? We've already fortified. Frick it, doesn't really matter. Yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. they did blow up. They did blow up. Who's our main boss now, then? Jaunpur is actually fairly strong. Yeah. Jaunpur. Do we still start off with the Timurids? Yeah, we still start off with the Timurids. Transoxiana, are they still level 2? They're still level 2. Yeah, Jaunpur actually fairly strong. Fairly strong. And obviously Ming could still come in like that. Yeah, but the only thing about these wars is actually going to be that I'm going to need to be the one that declares them. And if I don't got a humiliation CB, which, there we go, I can get it. It's gonna have to be for a province, so I won't get ticking by not sieging it, but with humiliation, since it shows superiority, we should be able to get it. This sucks, though. This sucks, but it is what it is. Excellent. Excellent. We keep stacking these. Pretty important one, I do have to say. I think you only get that event if you have defensive, right? And there goes the north as well. There's Shun. I've been hyping him to be this big endgame boss the entire game, but no, you can't. I didn't even do anything. You guys saw, I haven't ever fought Ming. I haven't gotten involved in this in any way, and they still blew up. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. There's Donley 2, Koxinga fled to Taiwan. I'm expecting a couple of other guys to pop out. Imagine we were doing a real conquest game. We could have rolled like all of China by now. Wait, why are ramparts 530 now? I swear they were cheaper. Inflation? I am getting it down. Oh, next guy is really good at admin, bro. My heir just died. It was a saint for trade, medicus, or pray for his life. I prayed for his life. Not worth it. He'll die soon enough anyway. Was there like a fort defense trait? I don't think there was, right? Time to start the ramparts too, man. Time to start the ramparts too. Now, I guess I was gonna say focus on the south, but since Jaunpur is gonna be the endgame boss, but now we need to dev up those provinces as well. Up to 10, I'm assuming. And this one up to 20. Well, it's okay. We got the Diplo points. Yeah, let's put down the first ramparts here. Korea wants to ally me. Actually, at this point, it's probably a good idea to get rid of the allies, man. Yeah, since we're not going to be calling them into the wars anyway. You know, actually, Shun is a decent replacement for Ming, because they're allied to Korea, Shu, Wu, and they mustered up a pretty large army, almost 100k. Jaunpur, actually, Jaunpur is less than that now. Well, I guess because some allies wouldn't come in, but yeah. Okay. I gotta put one down in our capital, am I right? Another freak occurrence is us having prosperity in literally the entirety of the country, which never happens because, well, I actually go to war. You know, gotta squeeze out every ducat we can get, man. I temporarily reallied Ming, not Ming, Bengal, just for that. I can establish tributaries. The good thing about that is I can ask them for money. Another one in Rutog, which is, well, I guess the more forts we have, the higher chance there is of us getting this, right? It's probably on a per province that has a fort basis, but this is excellent. 101 right there, and there's not even ramparts yet. Let's actually pour in some points to get one down there. But yeah, just slowly chugging along with the ramparts, man. As you can see, we got 6 right now, building 2 more, so that'll put us up at 8, and after that, we'll just need 11 more. Just. You know, since there is a possibility we get a third idea group right here, what could be beneficial in the early game? Probably quantity, right? I'm just looking like the first 2 or 3 thingies right here. Yeah, quantity for manpower recovery speed. There is garrison in this too, right? No, there isn't. Why did I think it was? Yeah, if we do get to a third one, I'll go quantity. Yeah, maybe money isn't that good because they're giving us like squat. But none of them can give us points. Let's get points from Dali then. Yeah, man, there's actually admin 10. I didn't think we'd get to here, but quantity. Maybe that'll... Yeah, maybe we can do like a second army then or something like that. An underrated modifier for ramparts, man, is the +1 local defender dice roll bonus. We can see Europe now. What's happening there? Okay, very powerful. Ottomans actually pretty strong. France, Russia formed. Spain is normal. England normal. Denmark's over there. Commonwealth, Bohemia, Hungary's like completely gone. Yeah. Okay, nothing too weird happening. Big Timbuktu over there. Another one in Yarkand this time. Excellent, man. We got so many provinces actually with that modifier. We probably got like 6, I would say, at this point. And they're all fort ones, well, except for Lhasa, but it expired over there. All right, this is the ramparts map mode, and with that, that's the entire west and south side done. We already got 2 on the east, building up 2 more over there. So yeah, we're chilling. Just a couple of more. Tier 6 gov reform time. This one, I think, matters the least. Calling the diet no longer... reform progress. Yeah, none of these matter. What's the Reformation looking like? Okay, nothing too crazy. Whoa! Shun declared war! Okay, interesting. Yeah, this is a good tester, man. This is a good tester. The only thing, the only problem is actually these are the only provinces that we don't have ramparts in, right? So we got this one, this one, this one, and this one. Over here it's being built. Down here they're being built. And another problem is garrison isn't full, so they could take it quick. But I think this is actually a very good tester. Yeah, sure, but they're not even... They didn't call anyone in, well, Caradel, but they're not more powerful than me. In fact, I'm a Miltech ahead. I didn't think the AI declared on you if they're a Miltech ahead. Why would they do this? Is this guy... No, he doesn't have those crazy traits that make him declare wars. Stupid wars, I mean. Be outright hostile to other religions because of Zealot. Okay. Desire neighboring heretic land, desire neighboring heathen land. Yeah, maybe Zealot is making him do this a little bit, but okay. This is a great way to test. Let's beat these guys' ass. No, of course we don't even have, we don't even have, defensive edict activated, which that is the biggest modifier, right? Plus 33% local defensiveness. So, you know, these guys, well, let's not do that one with ramparts and stuff like that. These are gonna go up to like 159%, right? And keep in mind, boys, still no power projection, right? Dun is not a rival, but what's their goal? Take Rebgong. And that is this one. They're never taking it. What the hell? They're never gonna take that. In fact, let's activate defensive here. Why not? Yeah, why not? Okay, there we go. In Rebgong, dude, it's already 94%. A low garrison, yes, but yeah, we'll kick him out. Especially with the Miltech. What does 11 give over 10? Actually, I can't see it because I'm already at 11, but yeah. So I'm standing on Rebgong so they don't take it. They are taking pretty heavy attrition here. I mean, you know, not really that heavy because they're not overstacking, but, you know, obviously they can't get it. These are full garrison, by the way. 129% fort defense over there. 119 right here. We do have the defensive edict active there. I did get a fort defense guy, so peak would probably be... Yeah, there it is. 146, right? Yeah, let's see what happens. So I have been pushing them back. They are out of manpower as expected. However, the problem is that my army is genuinely weak, man. I've lost a couple of battles. Well, one battle. Even though they're a Miltech below me, like I said, I don't know if there's a big difference between 11 and 10, but it comes down to us really not having any mill ideas here. Morale is good, sure, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's gonna be the problem more than our fort defense. Yeah, us having a weak army, because they can stand on the fort, right? And eventually they'll siege it down. The problem is I'm not strong enough to push them back off the fort. Even this tiny little Shun right here, man, which isn't more powerful than me. Oh, by the way, I got the Grand and Free Companies up to be intimidating. Yeah, see, this is what I want them to do. Now they're all full stacking right here. And now look at this, man. 220% attrition. That's what I want them to do. That's what you expect the AI to do. But before that, they were just regular sieging. So, yeah, it's Shu and Shun, but they're both out of manpower. Okay, let's just watch this. Okay, now they've stepped off, yeah. Still taking quite a lot of attrition. Yeah, they are over. But they are still sieging it, you see? It's just a negative 14 right here. Sure, siege sticks take quite a while, and the defense on this one is, let's see, 129, so it's a really good defense, but... you know? Yeah, and there we go, man. They're already sending us a peace offer, as expected. This, by the way, when this happens, that's when we know we've won, right? A white peace offer or whatever. Oh, actually, no, they're giving me stuff. Ends over lordship over Caradel, war reps. Nah, let's torture him a little more. My forts are impenetrable. It's just the army size that's the problem, and the army strength, which I think is a good idea that we went quantity. There we go. There's 12, actually. It unlocks banner infantry. White peace offer from Shu, or actually, are they giving me stuff? Yeah, they're giving me stuff. Sure, I'll accept that. Doesn't matter. Let's actually just siege down their capital here, and then we'll take, like, money and war reps. Okay, but yeah, Shun was supposed to be our endgame boss. Obviously, if we declared on them, right, with their allies and stuff like that, they did have a pretty sizable army. Let's call it 50-something, almost 60k. Jaunpur and allies have a bigger army than that, and also they'll be coming in from multiple sides. So yeah, I think Jaunpur is a good endgame boss, man. Let's finish this war with Shun, and then finish building up the ramparts in the remaining 5 provinces. And you know, this is a good enough tester, man. I was gonna go for someone easier than this. Obviously, if Shun can get through, no way Timurids or Transoxiana will be able to get through. So yeah, maybe even 2 wars is enough, man. So yeah, let's wrap this up, get money on war reps, build up the ramparts, and then we go in on Jaunpur. They'll bring them in, Gujarat will come in, Multan, Sirmur, so it's mostly South Indian guys, and then I guess I kind of expect Ming to come in from here as well, but yeah, let's see how strong the southern forts hold. These are mountains too, so they should be even tougher to get than the highlands here. Oh, but yeah, I sieged down their capital. Okay, war reps, all their money. Okay, that's actually not bad. It gives us like 4 ramparts. Of course, we should expect the Indian guys to be even stronger than Shun, mostly because of tech. I was at 11 and then 12 versus Shun. We're going to be 12-12 with Jaunpur, obviously the main strongest guy. And they've got offensive, and they've got, you know, well, infantry combat ability and land fire damage in their ideas, for example. So yeah, this one we might actually lose. It's weird how it's turning from an entertainment-based video to like me doing research. Like, okay, what's the fort defense? Who can get through? How much are they gonna stack? When does the AI stack? Do they all get there? When they take attrition, do they leave? Right? It's interesting. My, how the turntable turns. I've tributaried our former overlord of Chagatai. Let's actually get mill points from these guys, man. Well, from the guys that we can. Let's get manpower from the guys that we can't. Okay, all ramparts are constructing now. As soon as these 5 are done, we're going in on Jaunpur, who has turned into our endgame boss. They'll drag in Ming, Gujarat, Multan, and Sirmur. About more than 100k troops. I'm still only down to 1 army. Yeah, the 1 army thing is interesting too, I gotta say. Obviously, if we do need to get mega merc companies up later during the war, we can, because our max loan cap is insane. They won't be sieging us that much, which means it'll stay the same. So, yeah, we can probably run a double army right there and not go bankrupt. Well, folks, the final rampart has been built. Okay, yeah, we got forts in all of the necessary provinces. We got ramparts in all of them as well. We're still chugging along over here, so it's time. It's time to raise army maintenance. Raise up the forts. I do have a fort defense guy. Activate the defensive edict and declare war on our final boss, Jaunpur, who's gonna bring in their allies of Ming, Gujarat, Multan, and Sirmur. Or let's see, is Shun more difficult? Shun is not more difficult. To see if we have successfully created the most annoying nation to fight and conquer in the entirety of EU4. Okay, let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. So there's activate all forts. And I am also going to go into this right here to activate the defensive edict in all of our states. So there we go. It's active all around the country. Obviously, we're still making money. We're good on that front. Yeah, fort defense 159, man. 179 there. Yeah, why is it 179 there? I don't know. I guess some modifiers. Yeah, I think 139 is the lowest fort defense that we have. 179 is the highest in that one and that one. There's Miltech 13 as well, which honestly might help us a little bit in fighting Jaunpur. We're the same now. Okay, I guess it won't. War of the Protestant League just ended, by the way. Yeah, man, we got 19 forts, and with all of these discounts that we have, we got a minus 5% discount. Look how little they cost. And we're so close to admin 14 too. Do we go for admin 14 and level 4 forts? Nah, frick it. It's too much waiting, right? It's too much waiting. But all of the garrisons, as far as I can tell, they've filled up. Well, almost. I think it's time, folks. Let's go ahead and declare. We're just doing a humiliate rival, so it's, you know, from battles and stuff like that on Jaunpur. They're coming in with a more than 100k. We got like 40k. Let's see how quick we can bring down their manpower. They're not crazy big on manpower. In fact, Shun has a little bit more, and look how fast that came down. But these guys do have more troops. So let's see. If this is not enough, we'll do them and Shun at the same time. Who cares? Alright, so Jaunpur has immediately went and stacked on here. The reason they started -7 is obviously because they do have quite a lot of cannons. They got like 6k cannons right here, but they are taking 213% attrition. So let's unpause right here and see how fast they tick down. Look, dude, they're losing 4k a tick. They're losing 4k a tick, which is honestly quite a lot. Yeah, let's keep going a little bit like this. They are getting this one fairly quickly, man. Siege phases do last 66 days. That is quite a lot. If I go in here, they'll walk off, won't they? So yeah, it is time to loan up. It is time to loan up because obviously we do need a bigger army to fight them there. Let's put down the independent and grain companies in Rutog right there. These guys are here. Let's hope they don't get this fort before I do that. Yeah, but they're eating heavy attrition, dude. They're already down to 13k, and they have increased army size by quite a lot. Ming, poor bastards, they're already on medium. Oh my god, look, dude. They've lost manpower and they stepped off. I didn't do nothing. Look, they just stepped off. Now they're gonna go back home and gather up manpower. That's what they're gonna do. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Let's pull these guys back and split these guys here so we don't lose, so we don't attrition. That's honestly hilarious. Ming? They've come to do stuff? Oh wait, I'm losing ticking because I'm the declarer and I haven't, fought a battle. Can I catch them here, I wonder? Okay, they've changed up strategy a bit. Now they're going for over here, but shouldn't these be even harder to get? No. This one is actually fairly easy to get because it's desert. And they are gathering up quite a lot. Yeah, this is a weak point. It would have been way better if we could defend in, in Ladakh. Meanwhile, Ming's over here trying to siege. They're actually not taking attrition, so they are having progress with that. Let's see what they do here. All right, I walked in here, lost the battle, obviously, as you can see. That did pull them off of the sieges, but... And look, Ming, did they lose manpower? They lost manpower too. Oh my god. Okay, this is funny. This is the funny part. Okay, let's see where they come back. Will they come back to these? Obviously, I've relieved the sieges. This one is the lowest, though. 105. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god, it doesn't have ramparts. How did I miss that one? It doesn't have ramparts. Well, we gotta start constructing it, man. We can't. There's, because there's other things, too. A freaking workshop. I know we produce gems, but... Obviously, they got right on that, and they'll stop it, but, yeah, where do they go from here? They still gotta go through Yarkand again, or this way. So even if they get this one, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Although, obviously, I lost the battle big time, and now I'm losing ticking war score. However, Jampur is out of manpower. Yeah, this one has been lost as expected. But that was the only one without ramparts too. I'll chuck that up as a mistake of my own, but it is the weakest one. Either way, even with ramparts, it would have been the weakest because of desert. Okay, they've pulled back a little bit, so now I'm good to go in. That should be an easy dub right there. Yeah, even with the reinforcements. Yeah, we can nab this stack as well. Perfect. Yeah, excellent. Okay, let's peel these guys back so we don't attrition that much. And I'll bomb this one too so we get it back faster and we can restart the construction of the ramparts. They're probably going to hyper-focus on this one. And we might not be able to build the ramparts, but that's okay. Yeah, they went back this way now. This is okay. I'm not worried about this one. Let's just get back this one. Okay, there we go. Does ramparts continue? Yes, it does. It will take quite a while, though. It will take quite a while. So, yeah, let's go back down here and see if we can intimidate them into walking away. Still losing, by the way. Quick check. Man, what are you even doing, bro? Like, if the Emperor too, I think it's... Yeah, it is him. Yeah, see, I wonder why they get intimidated here and they leave when I start walking towards them, but they didn't get intimidated here. Okay, I should be able to get them on this one, because this one they can only reinforce from here and from here, so let's just walk in full. These guys I don't think will move off. Oh, they did move off. And I won. Interesting. There's already a peace offer from Ming. Dude, you guys didn't even do nothing, man. No peace offer. I'm gonna let the entire population of Ming die trying to siege this province right here. Okay, let's pull back once again. If they come in, I'll come back. By the way, I can totally afford to stand here. In fact, if you see it, I'm still making manpower even though I'm attritioning, so no problem us being in a standoff like this. Yeah, I wonder if they got armies here. Otherwise, they'd go into Limbuan. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, that's what I like to see. That's the type of stacking I want to see right there. They're actually sieging it very quickly, but they're taking hella attrition. Let's go intimidate them. Yeah, they immediately walk off, dude. They do not want to face me in those mountains, man. Let's actually... They've left. They just left. You know what, man? You know what? Maybe this is the way to win. We get everyone else out. And look, that's turned Jaunpur on low. Wow. Let me see the other guys as manpower. So Jaunpur, no manpower. Gujarat, no manpower. Who else is in? Multan. Multan does have manpower. And so does Sirmoor. Oh my god, there's actually Admin 14 and Mill 14. I'll take the Asian Charge Cavalry since we don't have that much, but what I'm also gonna do is get a couple of loans out so we can upgrade these. At least these two, why the frick not? Now, their peace offers are... Oh, I give them stuff, right, because I'm losing. Hell no. Just beat them up over here. I expected this stack and this stack to walk in, but they didn't, so we can comfortably go in on that one as well. There we go. Some battles won. No, I'm actually bottomed out on that front. White piece from Gujarat? Yes, okay. let's just leave Jaunpur the final one in, man. I also did siege a fort over here. By the way, the ramparts and Hotan are done. The bastions over here are almost done. Let's improve our weakest link. All right, tributaries. I'm supposed to defend them. Russia, huh? Let's accept. Let's see what Russia can do. Obviously, boys, we're beating back Jaunpur. Maybe Russia is an even bigger boss? But no, look at this. Chagatai is actually pretty big in Transoxiana too, so yeah, they'll be the one tanking war score. Oh well. Okay, there's Multan ready to hop out. I did get rid of, by the way, of the Merc companies, man. I'm losing too much money like that. Wait, I'm actually a Miltech over them now, aren't I? Yes, I am. Wow, they actually caught me over here in Limbo 1 and beat my ass. Where the hell did they pull out 94k troops from? Oh my god, dude. Really? Is this like their final push or whatever? Regular army. They got the Gorkhalis, Company of the Genjis, Banjara Company, Independent Army. Yeah, dude, look. They're actually merc-maxing. Once I abandoned my mercs, they started merc-maxing. Interesting. And Russia's here too. What the hell is Delhi? Ah, they're allied to Chagatai. Okay, I literally haven't been involved in the Russia war in any way. Interesting. That is very interesting that they only started merc-maxing once I stopped. Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten rid of those guys. Yeah, and of course this isn't gonna hurt their manpower because now they're mostly merc-based. Who the hell is this? Searmore. Interesting. But yeah, at this point, man, we're almost at max loans and I'm out of manpower. Yeah, the thing is, we were not big enough. Yeah, this region with it being so poor, but I knew that would be part of the torture. That's why I wanted to do only this region. Obviously, we've tanked a lot of war score here. No way these guys will accept a white peace, at least not soon. Let's keep going, but I think if they take this fort, we're done. So we haven't been able to successfully create the most annoying nation to conquer. Or well, I feel like Jaunpur is pretty annoyed. I gotta say. If they merc-max that much, I've never seen the AI do it. In fact, I've seen it. I've only seen Venice do that, really. I didn't know Jaunpur would be like, frick it. We got no manpower. Let's pull out all the merc companies, dude. That's very interesting, though. Yeah, Russia, by the way, still hasn't come to siege me or anything like that. Oh, and there's a declaration from Shun. Again. Guys, I already beat you back once. I know you can beat me now. Why would you do it again? Yeah, but they're just so undecisive, man. I beat them back over here. Okay, now I'm max loans. And they just keep pulling back whenever I get close. They can't be that afraid of the Miltech level, can they? I mean, they outnumber me by so much. Ah, a fort has fallen over here, too. It's done. And I think I'm about done because I don't have time anymore. I mean, we've taken out max loans. We've debased currency to the max. I've, you know, sold titles. I also, what you call it, exploited development, man. But I think even though we tried to create the most difficult nation to conquer, the reason we didn't succeed in this is because this land is just too poor, bro. It's too poor, and with the provinces that I chose to conquer, we simply weren't strong enough, even though the forts are pretty good, and I messed up on the CB. I gotta say, I thought Humiliate was the one to go, but I really should have gone for Conquest on, like, this one, and then just held it off right here or something like that. We could have gotten war score like that and easily white peace them. I mean, hey, we have proved it by beating back Shun. Russia hasn't done anything to us. We can probably actually, I was gonna say exit this war, but no. Yeah, I think what I'll do is, well, nothing. But yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off as Yarkand over here, a vassal of Mogulistan, man. Like I said at the start of the video, one of the most annoying nations to conquer in the entirety of EU4, along with the Overlord Mogulistan. You know, they really are kind of paired up when you think about it. And then, of course, Venice, because you can never siege down their capital, which is at 51 development. Well, that's simply lovely. And I wanted to create one of the most difficult nations to conquer in all of EU4. Like I said, I think we've done this before. I can't remember with who, though, and I can't remember when, or I'm just making stuff up. But yeah, I honestly gotta say, I think we were pretty successful in getting max fort defense and crazy garrisons and size like that. We've succeeded in depleting their manpower like instantly, but man, if Jaunpur hadn't mega merked like this, I think that could have been an easy win, man. Look at like all of their merc companies and stuff like that. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, I think what it really came down to was we're really not that big. We got 33 provinces and we're at 295 dev, dude. That's not a lot at all. That's not a lot at all. I think I'll chalk it down to this. Well, I guess you could say it's a failure. I guess you could say it's a failure because technically we are gonna lose these wars and we aren't gonna prove that we were unconquerable well, I guess we were annoying to conquer, but we weren't unconquerable. So yeah, I think that's all I have time for today, man, because I had to record an extra video yesterday for you guys. That's my bad. And once again, man, you know, if you're caught up on the whole thing, I want to say, you know, thank you to everyone on the support. I know it really wasn't that deep in the end of the day, and most people don't care, but you know, I was like, you know, let's make this right. Let's re-record another video. So yeah, if you made it to the end, if you're a real Hawk fan, once again, thank you for the support, man. And yeah, I think that's the last time we'll mention this in a non-joking fashion, in a truly serious fashion. Once again, just you know, just like last video, just to show you once. So yeah, we're good on that regard, and I think that's all I have to say about that. Yarkand, one of the most annoying nations to conquer. I just wish they had some fort defense in their ideas, or if Tibet had it, we could have formed Tibet. But yeah, it turns out we lost not because our forts got sieged, but because we're small and poor. I'm gonna say, we were annoying, but we are gonna get conquered, so I'm gonna call this one a failure. There we go. That's all I have to say about that. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm very sad to say that this campaign as Yarkand in A to Z has been a failure, and that has been Yarkand in A to Z. Let me know in the comments below what I should do as this nation next week. I think it's Yaroslavl, our final Muscovy vassal. We've done way too many of those, everyone knows. But that's it for me for now. See you next time.